Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm super pumped today because we announced the dates for the Shred Plus Train with Kate. It kicks off September 17th for 8 weeks. If you've been waiting for a fresh start or need that extra layer of accountability heading into the holidays, perhaps you're starting a new school year, this would be a great time because I know a lot of you thrive off of structure. It would be a great time to join us. Inside the Shred Plus Train with Kate, you will receive custom macros with the option for weekend macros, especially if you tend to overdo it on the weekend. There will be weekly accountability, live coaching, Train with Kate workouts, a consistency calendar, grocery lists, meal ideas, recipes, accountability partners, and it's just an amazing community that will encourage you every step of the way. And it's my program that gets the best results. This past weekend was also a reminder that health and real life can absolutely coexist. Ron golfed in a tournament on Friday. We went to a party on Saturday night. We had church Sunday morning, and we spent the rest of the weekend enjoying time together by the pool. I don't know about you, but around our house, we celebrate summer all the way until October. And we live in Erie, Pennsylvania. So we have some brutal weather during the winter months. Remember, you just don't have to put your life on hold to work towards your goals. You just need a plan that allows you to enjoy the moments while staying consistent. So once again, the next shred starts September 17th. If you're interested, get on the wait list. I will put that in the show notes. The Kelly Kounts Macros Clubhouse recipe of this week was a protein-packed grinder salad with all the fresh whole food ingredients packed with protein for fewer calories. And let me tell you, it is so good, easy to meal prep, perfect for serving picnic guests. And of course, Clubhouse members get exclusive access to these recipes inside the Clubhouse cookbook, so you never have to scroll through social media wondering where you saved those recipes. Quick favor, would you mind leaving me a review? I read every single one and they help me reach more people. If you haven't yet, please leave a review and hit that follow button. New episodes drop every Monday. Let's change the next generation by ditching the dieting mentality. So, topic for today. We just did a 7-day vacation to Cape Coral, Sanibel Island, and Fort Myers, Florida. And today I want to talk to you about how to not gain weight on vacation. And, or at least how to stay intentional while still enjoying your vacation without deprivation and without overeating or over drinking. Because enjoying your vacation and staying intentional with your nutrition can absolutely coexist. I'm going to take you through what I actually did, starting with the travel day. This was a vacation that Ron planned, my husband, so everything was pretty much out of my control. This is not typical for me, which if you know me, it's not easy. So we left Sunday morning at 4 a.m. to drive to Cleveland for our flight. About a half hour before we reached Cleveland, we got a notification that our flight was going to be delayed 5 hours. And in typical fashion, my family does not like to wait, including me. So we switched airlines. We had no idea at this point if we were even going to get refunded for our original flights. Thousands of dollars later, we were on another airline, but we were anxious to get our vacation started. So we made the switch and kept moving. So travel day, be prepared. Have that macro-friendly diaper bag with you. The first thing I did was made sure I had food with me. In my carry-on, in my personal item, I'm always sure to have tuna pouches. Yes, they go through security. No, you don't get stopped. Okay. And I also found some new primal turkey sticks at Giant Eagle. If you have a Giant Eagle near you, the lightly peppered ones, they are only 45 calories, super good, lots of flavor. So having protein with me when I travel is something I pretty much never leave to chance. This is something I talk about all the time, having your macro friendly diaper bag with you. You don't have to eat everything you pack. You just need to have options available so that when you're hungry, you're not completely dependent on whatever happens to be around you. Plus, it's a lot cheaper than buying Quest chips at the Hudson newsstand inside of the airport. Once we arrived into Fort Myers, we stopped at a Culver's. My kids, they love Culver's. I ordered 2 grilled chicken fillets with steamed broccoli. That gave me about 61 grams of protein, and that was a huge protein anchor for the day. And that's one of my biggest vacation tips. When you know there are going to be meals later where you want to have more flexibility, you have to get in that protein for the least amount of calories early in the day. So once we got to Cape Coral, one of our first priorities was groceries, including my kids, right? They want all the fun foods as well. So having food at the house just makes a huge difference. I try to recreate my exact normal routine from home for breakfast and lunch. I was on vacation, but I wanted some of my staples available so that every single meal didn't have to be a restaurant meal. That gives you choices. You can have a higher protein breakfast at the house. You can grab a tuna pouch for lunch. You can have something small before going out to dinner instead of showing up absolutely starving to all of your meals. Vacation doesn't mean you have to completely hand over control of your nutrition. And here's a big one. Don't feel the need to eat all the food that is left at the end of the vacation at the VRBO. A lot of times, and what I used to do was try to eat everything that we had bought the last day and use it all up. All right. Still fuel your body the right way all the way through the end of the trip. Just because you bought it doesn't mean you have to eat it all. Leave it, toss it, donate it. Movement on vacation. Let's talk about exercise. I packed my bands because they literally take up no room in the suitcase, and I got my workouts in. Inside of the clubhouse, we have guides. One of them is a vacation guide, and it includes banded workouts. So I used the clubhouse guides. I got my steps in. I woke up a little bit earlier than everybody else. I enjoyed the alone time. I did some of the workouts and then went on with my day. So, and one day, instead of taking a midday nap, which is very popular with my family, especially on vacation, I decided to go get my steps in. So, think outside of the normal structure schedule of your routine. I wouldn't normally take steps while they were getting in their nap, but I decided to. So, we hit the beach in the morning, went out to lunch, we jet skied. And this is another thing I think we forget. Vacation can naturally be very active. Walk, bike, walk to breakfast, walk the beach, walk to get coffee, swim, jet ski, fish, explore, get your steps. We went to Sanibel Island. If you've not been there, full of shells, more shells than I've ever seen. So very easy to walk the beach and get your steps in. There was also a huge undercurrent, which was a great workout if you were walking against it, or really even just trying to stand still or swim. So, it doesn't have to be something formal, right? Any movement counts. Save room for what you actually want, okay? So you have to be intentional. You have to have a little bit of a plan. So one day at lunch, I had a tuna pouch on the beach. And then we went into a restaurant bar along the beach and I ordered peel and eat shrimp. Why? Because I knew we were going out to eat that night at one of my favorite restaurants. And I wanted room for dinner and I wanted to have a few adult beverages. So that is vacation balance to me. I wasn't skipping food all day so I could drink all night. I was prioritizing protein and making intentional choices earlier in the day, so I had flexibility later. There's a big difference. Okay, let's talk about alcohol. If you enjoy alcohol, yes, I drink on vacation. I'm not going to tell you that the way to avoid vacation weight is to sit there drinking water while everyone else is having a cocktail, if that's something that you enjoy. But alcohol calories add up fast. So I decide what drinks are worth it for me. Okay. So if it's a pool day and it's going to be a long day, I love to mix black cherry seltzer water with a black cherry high noon. Or I make the Clubhouse sangria or the Clubhouse spicy skinny margarita. If you love wine, you can add wine plus Fresca. That will definitely decrease the calories. Another thing I love to do is a big jug of water with a couple of shots of Tito's and some lime, and I can sip on that all day long. Lots of water, okay? If you prefer beer, go with a light beer versus an IPA. I keep my drinks simple and I'm intentional about how many I'm having rather than letting one drink turn into an entire afternoon and evening of drinking without paying attention. And of course, I make sure I'm drinking plenty of water. So you don't need to be perfect, you need to be aware. Restaurant meals. Restaurant meals are another place where I use the same strategies. The same strategies I teach all year long. I look for protein first. I look for grilled, broiled, baked, raw, shrimp, chicken, fish, steak, whatever sounds good. And then I build around it. And if there's something I really want, I eat it. But I don't have to order an appetizer, an entree, sides, dessert, multiple drinks. Just because I'm on vacation, I decide on my priority, my non-negotiable. It's either drinks or desserts. It's not both. You choose what is actually worth it to you. And remember, I really practiced eating until enough. A lot of times you get that YOLO, you only live once. I'm going to eat all the things. I'm going to eat beyond when I'm full. And then you feel so blah and so yucky. So eat until enough, not full. Don't let yourself get too hungry. On the way to dinner, have a beef stick, half of a protein stick, string cheese and a slice of turkey. Okay, you can enjoy an amazing restaurant meal without leaving feeling absolutely stuffed. And that used to be me, and I didn't like that feeling. I'm in a bikini all week. I don't want to feel bloated and blah. Don't turn one meal into 7 days. This might be the biggest lesson. I always say make the next decision align with your goals. A vacation is not one giant cheat meal. If I have a bigger dinner, I don't want to wake up the next morning and think, well, I already blew it. I get up, I drink my water, I get moving, I prioritize protein, and rinse and repeat. So one higher calorie meal isn't the problem. It's when we turn that meal into breakfast the next morning, snacks all afternoon, another huge dinner, that amazing dessert, drinks every night, and 7 straight days of saying, I'll start again when I get home. That's the all or nothing mentality. I'm always going to choose all or something. Expect the scale to change. Remember, if you come home and the scale is up, that does not automatically mean you gain that amount in body fat. Restaurant food means more sodium. You may have had more carbs than usual, which means more stored glycogen in water. Remember, for 1 gram of carbs, you store 3 to 4 grams of water. Alcohol can affect hydration. Travel affects digestion. A lot of people get constipated. Poop weighs something. Maybe you're sleeping differently. So don't come home, jump on the scale, and immediately decide you ruined everything. Get back into your normal routine and give your body a few days. And speaking of getting back, on our way back home. I order my groceries on the way home while getting my steps in at the airport. The airport is an amazing way to get steps in, an amazing way to people watch. Any other people watchers out there? I love to people watch. So everything's ready when I walk through the door. So when we got home that night, I had an Instacart delivery, I had Sam's Club, and I had Walmart all delivers. So I had fresh veggies, I had my protein, and we were ready to get back to the structure the next day. So, my goal wasn't to make this vacation about weight loss. My goal was to enjoy vacation without coming home feeling like I had completely abandoned my habits. I packed protein, I bought groceries. In fact, inside of the clubhouse, inside of the guides, I tell you exactly what to order from Publix or Kroger's or Walmart. I brought my bands. I got my steps. I worked out when it fit in. I prioritized protein at restaurants. I left room for drinks and food. I had a bright line with my drinks, how many drinks I would have. I drank water, and I kept my macro-friendly diaper bag with me. So whether I ended up eating what I packed or not wasn't the point. The point was that it was there if I needed it. I wasn't leaving my nutrition completely up to chance because I was on vacation. And I think that's the biggest takeaway. You don't need to choose between staying on track and enjoying your vacation. You can do both. It's vacation. It's 1 week. It's not going to ruin anything. Memories over macros. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. It can always be all or something. I would love for you to share this episode on social media and tag me at Kelly Kounts Macros, counts with a K, so I can personally thank you. Stop overthinking it. I know you're busy, you're short on time, you're overwhelmed with conflicting information. That's why I simplify everything so you can take action now. The best way to take action now is to head to my free Facebook community. It's Kelly Kounts Macros plus Train with Kate. It's on Facebook. It's called Kelly Kounts Macros plus Train with Kate community. And inside of the guides, there's tons of free resources. Set your own macros, hacks to hit your protein, how to drink wine and lose weight, your custom roadmap to muscles. Okay, so all those are under the guides inside of the Facebook community. Thanks for tuning in today. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with somebody, put it on your stories, tag me. Remember, it's not about all or nothing. It's about all or something. You're always doing better than you think you are. Until next time.